On this video, we have an unboxing from the cubicle.us. Alright, so in this video, we have the YuXin Little Magic M. I love this like faux leather case that it has. Very nice. I like this. Let's go ahead and dig into it. Ooh, very fancy. Oh, extra stickers. Nice. Well, it feels almost identical to the YuXin Little Magic itself, so which makes sense because it's just the magnetic version. The stickers are a bit crummy too. A lot of bubbles in between these stickers. Also, the same problem as last time. These stickers are kind of put on very quickly. You can tell that they aren't centered when they're placed. So it looks like the red, the white. Oh my gosh, the whites are terrible. Yeah, that's about it. So before we get into it, let's check out the specs. It's 55.5 millimeters. It weighs 78 grams. It was released November 30th, 2017, and I got this on the cubicle.us for $13.99. All right, so this puzzle's a little bit smaller than the standard puzzle of 56 millimeters, but either way, should be fun to go into. So off the bat, you know, the piece separation of this puzzle looks really good. It already looks like it's pre-lubed, so always a plus. You know, corner cutting is, oh my gosh. Oh, I have to hold, yeah. So if I'm holding it down here doing it, it's a little bit different, but yeah, corner cutting is phenomenal. You know, well past that 45-degree mark. I would argue to say I can corner cut this thing probably at like, God, probably that 60-degree mark here. I can, yeah. So this is probably one of the best corner cutting puzzles I've ever seen in my life. Go ahead and first turns here. I really can't. I can feel the magnetic bump, but I'm not really. It isn't really defined. I feel that bump when I do the turn, like magnetic bump right there, right there. But you know, when I go ahead and do turns, it doesn't really stop it in place. However, it does make up for it in the corner cutting, so there's that. All right, so to get a better look at this puzzle, let's go ahead and check the insides of it out. So overall, I really do like the core of this puzzle, and I like the centerpieces. Unfortunately, this puzzle's got too many little hairs sticking out of it, which is kind of annoying me. Stuck to the lube. And aside from all the stickers that I'll have to re-sticker, thankfully they gave me these stickers to re-sticker it with. But again, it feels very lubed. It's just very high quality. It's a higher quality core, which is nice. It doesn't feel like a cheap budget core. It's got nice metal pieces in there. I would assume underneath these, yeah, these caps are pretty hard to remove as well, which is nice. So again, for tensioning purposes, which I don't really need to do that at all with this puzzle because I like how loose it is. It's loose, but it doesn't feel flimsy. I have a really defined corner stock here, which is nice. I also really think that contributes to how this puzzle corner cuts. Also, if you look at there, you can see tons of little divots and grooves in these corner pieces. So very nice. Overall, the edge piece doesn't feel too flimsy. You know, it's obviously just an edge piece. It's got nice divots all on there as well as it has very good texture along the edge piece, as well as little grooves and divots in the edge pieces as well. The edge stock, it's pretty standard, no big deal there. But overall, getting these pieces in here, you can see how the magnet works. You know, the magnets do a good job holding those pieces together. But again, it's not very strong. But does it really matter? Paying for a puzzle that's 13 bucks? I don't know. I think for $13, the magnetic bump should be a little bit stronger, but still, it does hold it in place, and it's there. It's just not the most fantastic magnet ever, so whatever. All right, so this puzzle, for the price, I wouldn't say it's the most fantastic deal. Ultimately, for $4.99, you get this puzzle without magnets on it, which is already a fantastic puzzle. But this puzzle just feels like a budget puzzle with magnets on it, which is not a problem because, you know, if you want to get a magnet conversion kit, it's like $7 or $8 anyways. So I think when it comes down to, it's about a wash. You're probably paying an extra $1 for the labor. So if you want a magnet version of this puzzle, I'd say go for it. You know, I can't really give it any negative reviews except for the fact that it doesn't really have a strong magnet, but I'm not really a huge fan of that magnetic bump anyways. Even though I enjoy the effects of magnets, this puzzle just doesn't really hold the magnet, and it doesn't really fall into place well, but again, the corner cutting is out of this world, well beyond that 45-degree mark. You know, it's got great piece separation. Overall, it's a great puzzle. So if you can get past the sticker flaws and all these stickers being, you know, off center and put on really quickly, you got a good puzzle there. So yeah. All right, so last up you have the MF3RS2. This is the second version of the MF3RS, obviously, and I'm really excited about this puzzle. Overall, this puzzle feels fairly similar to the MF3RS, so I'm assuming that the version 2's got some other things to it, but before we get into it, let's get to the specs. All right, this puzzle is 56 millimeters. It weighs 80.9 grams. It was released September 29th, 2017, and I got it for $7.99 on thecubicle.us. All right, so overall, this puzzle's piece separation out of the box is pretty dang good. Not gonna lie. The MF3RS, I want to say did not have this well of piece separation out of the box, so I feel like that's an upgrade. Corner cutting is already improved. I would say that I was getting about 30%, maybe 40% on a good day. This puzzle is kind of cutting right there at the 45-degree mark. I want to say that the more I play with this, the better it's going to get. Yeah, I want to say it's just past that 45-degree mark, right about there. Feeling pretty good. So it also feels like it's pretty strong. It's a pretty sturdy puzzle, you know. And coming off of that YuXin Little Magic M, you know, I was kind of getting used to that little magnetic bump, which this one obviously doesn't have. So when you're doing these, you know, turns, you're not getting that magnetic stop. But, you know, again, shouldn't be that big of a problem. So yeah, so going to the first turns here, you know, it's feels very good, very like, it feels very lubed. It doesn't feel like it's lacking lube. It feels very, I don't want to say it feels gummy. It just feels, yeah, the only way I can describe it is it feels like it's just been drenched in lube, and I can see a ton of lube in there. So I want to say that this puzzle is probably going to fit my style a little bit more. Once I get this puzzle kind of worked through, maybe like, you know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100, 800, a million solves. But either way, let's go ahead and get into the guts of this puzzle. All right, so you got a nice cord here. It's not as loose as the YuXin Little Magic, but it just feels very sturdy. I mean, I want to say the core looks almost exactly like the YuXin Little Magic, but again, when I pull these pieces apart, it doesn't have as much give as the other one did. These caps kind of look like the Thunderclap, but it doesn't have like the pillowed cap that you're gonna pull off right here. It's kind of misleading. The cap pulls off right here. So this piece is already built differently than the MF3RS, which is kind of cool. These caps hold on really strong too, which is nice. So the corner stock is actually pretty long on this puzzle. I like that. Not as long as the YuXin Little Magic, but again, these corner stocks are pretty nice. You don't really have a lot of, you don't really have any grooves along the sides here, just where the pieces meet. So no grooves, but just lots of lube, and you can see that in the puzzle. I can see tons of lube in here. So yeah. So the edge piece, again, very lubed up. I see some texture to these edge pieces, but again, no grooves or divots. So yeah, it's just kind of like heavy lube, and it's just piece on piece. No speed grooves. All right, so overall, this puzzle is it feels really good for $7.99. This is an absolute winner. You know, I said it's just out of the box, straight out of the box. This puzzle is feeling fantastic. Really well lubed. Corner cutting is just fantastic. Again, I'm using the word fantastic a lot, but I feel it's used for a good purpose. So I think this is an absolute, in my opinion, this is an upgrade from the MF3RS. Just as far as corner cutting is concerned, and durability, also piece separation out of the box. This puzzle just kind of hits it for me. So I would say if you're considering this between an MF3RS, I'd say pay the extra couple bucks and get this instead. Overall, just a much better puzzle in my opinion. Alright, so both these puzzles are fantastic puzzles for the price. If you like magnetic puzzles, you probably wouldn't be super impressed. But again, I feel like there's an absolute increase in like corner cutting, and again, I do like the magnetic bump that the YuXin Little Magic offers. I also, for the price, enjoy the MF3RS2 because again, better piece separation, better corner cutting, overall, in my opinion, better puzzle. Some things to make note of as well, I just surpassed my 400 subscriber, so that's fantastic. At the rate that I'm growing, I'll probably be having my giveaway for the 500 sub giveaway in probably like 2 or 3 weeks. So watch out for some videos in regards to that. If you've been a part of this channel before, to my other giveaways, they've been pretty good. The 500 sub giveaway is going to be much bigger, so lots more puzzles to give away, lots more gift cards. So again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. The closer I get to that 500 subscribe mark, the closer we get to my giveaway. Again, if you found this video helpful, give it a like. Feel free to comment any thoughts you have on these two puzzles or any thoughts you have. And as always, happy cubing.